Okay, we've got to move on because Carabao Cup got in the way and kicked off last night, for God's sake. Manchester City got off to another great start. Liverpool breezed past Norwich, but the pick of the games was definitely Everton's trip to Loftus Road.
Here he goes, right-footed! Queen's Park Rangers a throw! What a penalty shootout! And we have a pitch invasion at the base of the main stand. There are 10, 20 fans who've run onto the field, which somewhat dampens the joy for Queen's Park Rangers, who just want to celebrate here.
By the way, did he say there's a pitch invasion and then follow up by saying there's 10 or 20 fans on the pitch? Tell you what, get yourself up here and we'll show you a pitch invasion.
I've never heard a commentator.
Can you have a pitch invasion with 10 or 20 fans? And he sounded, I swear to God, he sounded as though it was a mass riot, you know what I mean?
I did have in my head.
I thought it was a battlefield he was describing, man. I thought it was Culloden or something. You know what I mean? There's mass murder going on here, you know. The Jacobites are trying to come back to the Queen's Own Highlanders. Whereas in reality, there's 10 or 20 folk got off their seat.
Let's just go back to it.
What a night here in West London. And we have a pitch invasion at the base of the main stand. There are 10, 20 fans who've run onto the field.
Oh my God! In fact, if I go to the back
Call
pages...
Call the police! Get the SAS! Get Aunt Middleton and that other fella!
Get Bear Grylls!
Get them on Bear Grylls! Back out! That's a pitch invasion.
Back page of the Sun today actually has those 10 mug shots of those people. They are looking for those pitch invaders. I'm just joking. On the subject of Bear Grylls, we just had a message in. Ironically, this is from someone called Alan, and he says, Beer Grylls?
Yes.
I like that. Anyway, back to the football. talkSPORT's very own Charlie Austin scored a brace and converted his penalty in an 8-7 penalty win. And that's after the game finished 2-2. Our very own Andros Townsend
scored as well.
Also scored his penalty too.
Yep.
But obviously wasn't enough to beat the mighty QPR at Loftus Road. Let's talk about QPR then. So they're through to the fourth round of the Carabao Cup for the first time in 13 years. I watched all the highlights this morning because I was doing the ladies last night. Some good goals in that game. I'm so happy, mostly really for Georgie Boy actually, that Charlie Austin stayed with QPR after doing that season with them, and B looks like he's really just enjoying his football at the moment. But big win for them really, isn't it?
Oh, great result for them. They have a good start actually in the league, sitting about 8th. And I was looking with Charlie, a couple of goals. I think he was out injured at the weekend. I'm not sure he played at the weekend, Charlie. I think Dykes played up front with somebody else. But anyway, they've had a good start sitting 8th. And somebody in the station tipped them to do well, and it wasn't me, George. I can't remember who it was.
It wasn't George.
No, but it was, obviously it wasn't George with his QPR corrections. But somebody tipped him to do well. Good manager, Mark Warburton, clearly. And it's great, clearly not if you're an Everton fan, but, we like to we like to see a wee upset now and again.
Ali, we were having this conversation yesterday, right, which obviously you weren't here, so for the benefit of you, I'll just explain it. Martin Lipton wrote a piece in the Sun saying the Carabao Cup, the League Cup, is basically dying, and it's close to extinction. And when you see stories like this, for the QPR fans, I mean, that's a massive win. It's almost, these are the ones really that counter the argument, I suppose.
Of course it is. It's... I see. I understand his opinion, but you can't kill the dreams of, for example, I know I'm laughing about it, but those 10, 20 QPR fans. You know what I mean?
You had to go back there.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But that's what it's all about. I mean, that's what football is all about. Moments like that for those fans, because with the greatest respect, they're in the Championship, and there's some big games in the Championship, but they look for the cup draws, whether it's the Carabao Cup and indeed the FA Cup. These are the big games that they look for, in their season, and the hope that something can happen like it did last night. So I take his point, but come on, we can't do away with tournaments like the Carabao Cup and certainly not the FA Cup.
Do you think those 10, 20 people got onto pitch and thought everyone was following them, and then turned around and realised no one did, and they were
I'll check it right now.
Let's get back out.
I hope they're sitting in the tower, right, with with the yeoman of the guard outside, right? there's no hope at all. I need to know who was the commentator there, because that was brilliant. That has made my morning.
Joe Shannon.
Was it Joe?
Joe's just texted me and said, "I find you really disrespectful."
Anything but it made my morning. Yeah. But no, that's, I mean, we're having a laugh about it, but that's the kind of the evenings that the supporters look forward to. You know, you ask any club, you think some of the great knockout shocks, and you can go back, man. I can go back where it's Sutton and all that kind of stuff, and I can go back to Hereford and Newcastle and Ronnie Radford and all those, you know, and you remember them, they stick with you. So I don't have any doubts that the QPR fans remember that night, last night, for a long, long time.
I was listening to Drive the other day, and Andy Townsend was talking about the penalty miss. So Mark Noble coming off the bench, David Moyes deciding to get him to take the penalty, and he missed it, obviously, to pick up a point against Manchester United. Don't know if you guys have heard about it. We did quite a lot of it. And Andy Townsend, I'm not going to go back to that, but he said he never missed a penalty in his career at all, a competitive penalty at senior level.
To be fair, you've got to take them.
Someone
tell
pointed
Andy
out,
you've got to take them to miss them.
Well, apparently he said he took a lot of penalties. Well, actually, he didn't say a lot. He described a fair few competitions, but yeah, you're right. I don't know how many he actually took, but he didn't miss any. Did you ever, as a player, lose a penalty shootout?
No, I don't think I lost a penalty shootout in my career.
Amazing.
But I wasn't involved in a lot. To be fair, wasn't involved in a lot.
What number were you roughly?
To take the penalty?
Yeah.
1.
Always 1.
Always 1.
What a ledge.
Yeah.
What a ledge.
1. I remember we beat Aberdeen in one of the cup finals. It was a classic game, 3 each, I think, and then we beat them 8-7 or something penalties. I was telling Ben, no, one of the best penalty shootouts I was involved in. We played Everton in the kind of it was a British Cup, unofficial British Cup final. They were English champions and we were Scottish champions, and we played them over in Brazil. Played them in Dubai, and it's a brilliant story. We actually had the ball in the Everton net something like 15 or 16 times, and 10 of them counted. It's a great quiz question. We drew 2 each. We beat them 8-7 in penalties, and I think we had 5 or 6 goals disallowed for offside, believe it or not. It's amazing.
5 or 6?
We did, we drew 2 each. They're a good team. We read all those lads, you know, and we beat them 8-7 in pens.
Yeah. Loads of people are getting in touch this morning saying, trying to drive here, Ali, can't see. That's from Mark Murray. Another one from Craig, the Arsenal fan. Ali, you're cracking me up. Aaron says, Coisty on top form this morning, I'm creased. This one here, don't have a name on it, but it says, Ali laughing is cracking me up, from a Millwall fan who knows about real pitch invasions.
Exactly. That's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to educate the QPR fans. No, I'll get myself into trouble here.
I know, I was going to say, but at the same time, not encouraging a pitch
invasion. We are absolutely not, in no way, shape or form does Alistair McCoist condone a pitch invasion. I need to make that crystal clear, would you? In case there's somebody there thinking, I think this is some kind of big laugh.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods. Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.